Just picture this. It's 8 p.m., the air cools down, the sky turns lavender, and the pool looks like it's generating its own light. And right in front of you, the Pacific, not in the distance, but almost like it's part of the property. Today, I'm taking you to Crystal Cove in Newport Coast, into a world that lives around the $65 million mark. And what makes this estate special isn't just size, it's the fact that it has scenes. In a minute, you'll see an open-air courtyard, an Onyx-lit bar, and a star-ceiling cinema that turns this from a normal mansion tour into an actual lifestyle movie. In this shot, you can feel the vibe immediately. This house is saying, even the end of your day deserves to be unforgettable. Water on one side, fire on the other two, elements sharing the same terrace. This is the kind of atmosphere you usually chase at five-star resorts. Except here, it's your everyday. And I love homes like this because they don't just look different at night. They become a completely different personality after sunset. Welcome to Six Mystique. The approach alone, palm framing, symmetry, the sense of arrival, gives you that quiet statement. This isn't built for attention. It's built for presence. And being in Crystal Cove, with that gated privacy and security, adds this private club feeling. You drive in, your pace changes, everything gets quieter, and you slip into a different mode. And the most expensive thing here isn't square footage, honestly. It's this view corridor. You're not seeing the ocean from one angle, you're getting a full cinematic sweep. Spotting Catalina on a clear day, tracing the coastline, watching the horizon soften at golden hour. This isn't a view you glance at. It's a view that sets the rhythm of the entire home. You immediately catch that Mediterranean, European influence, stone tones, arches, proportions, but it doesn't feel like a copy. The architectural language is clean and controlled, which is exactly why it won't feel dated years from now. And the fact that this is a 3-level split is huge, because as you move through the home, you keep getting these subtle surprises, a new elevation, a new perspective, a new reveal. And the moment you step inside, calling this a hallway feels almost disrespectful. This is a gallery axis. Arches, stone textures, and those black-framed glass doors add this crisp, modern edge. The light distribution is beautiful. Natural glow by day, a boutique hotel warmth at night. You automatically slow down in spaces like this, because the architecture is literally asking you to. Details like this look small on paper, but in real life, they're the tell. This isn't installed, it's composed. These inlays anchor your memory of the home. You don't just remember rooms, you remember craftsmanship. And on camera, a slow glide over this kind of stonework instantly signals, we're touring something serious. Here's the drama moment. The staircase. Marble underfoot gives that cool, heavy, expensive feel, balanced by the elegance of the ironwork. But the real star is that chandelier. It's like a waterfall of crystals pouring through the space. In this house, you don't just walk into certain areas, you enter a scene. This staircase is absolutely one of them. And yes, an elevator in a 3-level home isn't a gimmick. It's real luxury. Daily flow, luggage, groceries, guests, everything becomes effortless. Plus, even the door design is intentional. Functional, but still visually aligned with the home's level of finish. The great room instantly tells you to exhale. Those coffered ceilings add volume and structure, and the fireplace wall creates that grounded, gathered feeling. Imagine an evening here. Fireplace on, the ocean dark and shimmering outside, the interior light soft and warm. Because true luxury isn't always gold leaf. Sometimes it's proportion, atmosphere, and the way a space makes you feel. Now watch what happens when these doors disappear. The boundaries of the house vanish. Indoor living spills straight into outdoor living. This isn't nice patio energy. This is half the home lives outside energy. And the way those arches frame the horizon, it's like the architecture becomes a camera lens. You're not just living near the view is participating in your life. This covered dining loggia is one of the strongest entertaining scenes on the property. Everyone seated here gets the same two things at once: the infinity edge and that calm, endless horizon. Picture a brunch cool shade, a light ocean breeze, laughter moving around the table, and you realize this home wasn't designed to impress strangers. It was designed to bring people together. And this is the black tie version of that vibe. The formal dining room is controlled, polished, and undeniably elegant. When you host here, the room speaks before you do. Symmetry, the chandelier, the table presence dinner, isn't just a meal in a space like this. It becomes a memory. The kitchen is one of the smartest moves in the house. Refined, but truly functional. This island is basically a stage. Serving, prepping, gathering, late-night snacks, everything centers here. The white cabinetry keeps it airy, while the lighting says, this isn't just a kitchen, this is part of the experience. And the bar seating, this is where life actually happens. People naturally gravitate to the kitchen because it's the most human space in the house. Someone's cooking, someone's pouring wine, someone's telling a story. Kids are grabbing bites. Here, the kitchen isn't a service zone, it's the social heartbeat. The backyard is a full resort set. Infinity pool, spa, huge deck space, everything positioned to maximize the view. Sunbathing doesn't feel ordinary when your foreground is pure, endless. In homes like this, the outdoor space isn't an extension of the interior. Sometimes it's the main event. And in the bedroom, the view isn't a bonus, it's the centerpiece. Open the doors and the room expands. Morning light pours in, the ocean becomes your background soundtrack, and you realize this isn't hotel luxury. It's the real version of the feeling hotels try to sell. And this bathroom, this is one of the property's iconic scenes. The tub placement, the window proportions, the natural light, everything is composed. Imagine warm water, soft lighting, ocean in front of you. This is luxury in its purest form: time, quiet, and a setting that makes you feel reset. Guest rooms here aren't afterthoughts. Built-ins, high ceiling presence, beautiful window proportions. Your guests won't feel like guests. The home communicates value and care in every space, and that consistency is what separates great estates from merely expensive ones. This house is detailed everywhere. This is what I call a power office. Dark wood paneling gives weight, the fireplace adds authority, and that red chair is pure personality. This isn't a home office, this is a boardroom vibe in a private residence. Meetings here feel different because the space changes how people show up. This theater is the home's bonus level. Star ceiling, layered lighting, massive screen when the movie starts. You're not just watching, you're inside it. And the best part? No traffic, no crowds, no schedules. The experience is private, instant, and completely yours. And the garage. This is where you say, okay, they understood the assignment. 8-car capacity, showroom lighting, immaculate finishes. Cars don't just park here, they're presented. And if your lifestyle includes collecting, the home must honor that. This garage absolutely does. Outdoor entertaining isn't just one corner. It's multiple zones. Covered patio, built-in barbecue, outdoor fireplace. So when you have people over, the home handles the flow. One group by the fire, one group eating, someone in the pool, no crowding, no chaos, just a smooth experience. This estate is approximately 11,095 square feet on about a 17,868 square foot lot with 6 bedrooms and 9 bathrooms. But what really impresses me isn't the numbers. It's how the home is written like a story: morning coffee, daytime living, golden hour hosting, nighttime entertainment. Each moment has a dedicated scene. And we end right back here, because this is the signature feeling. Infinity, horizon, silence, glow. The sun drops, the water lights up, the wind softens, and you realize this wasn't just a home tour. This is the kind of life most people only experience on vacation, except here, it's every single day. Now I want to hear from you. What was the one moment that grabbed you most? The sunset infinity pool, the resort-style courtyard, or the Onyx-lit bar and entertainment wing? Drop it in the comments. I genuinely want to know your pick. And if you want more cinematic tours like this, hit like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'll see you in the next one.